Hello everyone, Cremains here, and I've gotten a letter from Jagex. It's basically from Runefest. They were giving everyone like a 99 a picture with Andrew, or Mod MMG if they decide to get the 99 on the second day. Anyway, apparently we could have got the pictures at Runefest, but they don't tell us about anything, and we never got the chance to pick it up at the venue, so Jagex was so kind to send them out, and apparently that's what this letter was for. So we open it up, we'll see what it was. So we have a letterhead. Money, because Jagex has to bribe us, So let's look at contents of the letter. Basically, here's the picture of me and Andrew, Runefest. It's not my camera that's at quality, it's really just the picture. But yeah, you can see Andrew there. And yes, he does appear to be wearing red lipstick in real life. That's just the way he comes off. So here's a letter from Runefest. Dear Joshua, we hope that you enjoyed Runefest 2011. We certainly did. It was an amazing accomplishment to achieve a 99 at the event. Well done. To celebrate this, we've attached the Polaroid taken at the event. We hope you enjoy and look forward to seeing you at next Runefest. Yours, the Jagex team. And they signed their names at the bottom, throughout the document. So that's that. Let's see who signed it. Mod Crow, Mod Rachel, Mod Argus, Mod Edward, Mod Cat, let's get the K, Mod Sally D, Mod Poppy, Mod Baker, Mod Wiz, Mod French, Mod Timbo, Mod Mark G, Mark John H, and Mod Kelly or Kathy. There's no T in there, but there's Kalhy or G. And Mod Zach. So that's what I got from Runefest. Well, not really. That's what the letter contained. Except the money, but they should send money to me. They really owe me that much. I really expected more out of this picture, but I guess it's not really the picture's fault for being all foggy as hell. That's just because you use so much damn smoking machines at the gaming pit, and they played too much god awful music. Well, it was really just too loud. But thinking I sat near the end where all the speakers were at, so that's my endeavors. But they're gonna pick out a playlist by the players. I need to sort through them so they're not all screamo bands that just yell. I guess I'll just tell you about my impressions of Runefest. It was a pretty interesting venue. Great stories to be had, I'm sure. If any of you actually watched the Runefest line video, you would have seen that I was indeed the first person in line for at least the non-VIP. And on that note, for VIP, it wasn't worth it if someone did pay for VIP this year. I'll get onto that later, why that was the case. But yeah, I woke up around 6 just in the morning and just walked to the venue at night. I nothing else to do, and I'm not really a person to wait in lines for no reason, but why not wait in front of the line? Met a kid who waited in line after me a little bit, and he needed coffee in the morning, so he banged on the glass doors, and asking any NJ mods inside, please give me coffee. He made a little sign, and that was a lot of fun. And they didn't give him any coffee. They told him to go down the road and hit up a coffee shop. He returned like 20 minutes later and said, "Yeah, everything's closed right now in the morning." So he didn't get any luck. And generally, I guess this front of the line, I saw the entertainers in the morning meet up and be coordinated to do refresher what they had to do for the day. I didn't get again, I was first in line, so I didn't get to see them do anything in the lines for the lines. So I couldn't tell you how well they did outside. They were there. And if you haven't looked at it, I'm sure people have taken pictures of it, but there was a unicorn in front of the venue, right in front of the doors. And it was just a polyethylene, basically just a hollow plastic, well, not plastic, but again, it was a unicorn horse, but just a horse. They just glued a little cylinder horn on there. But it was anatomically correct. They actually had a little horse thing on there. So yeah, he was definitely pecking that horse, or a unicorn. Again, at the venue, some people were dressed up, some people weren't. When we went in line, this kid from the States was there with his parents. He's probably in his 13s, still pretty young, but he's wearing a full red dragonhide armor, just red archery clothing. He had a little faux wooden crossbow, but it was all glued down because they were worried about customs. And to be honest, customs was ridiculously stupid. When I landed and everything else, they did not check me for anything. I could have brought anything in the country, and they would have not cared. I landed. I picked up my suitcase. I walked through the door, and that was it. Cool. Okay, I guess I can do it from the top. I landed and went through, checked my passport, told the lady why I was there, and she does not know what Jagex or RuneScape is, so telling her gaming convention was enough to get her just to stop questioning me. But beyond that, they did not search my person nor baggage. Again, went to the carousel, got my luggage, walked out. No questions asked, no searches. So if you're planning to smuggle anything into the UK, go through the international airports and the Americas. They do not care. Okay, let's go back to Runefest, I guess, and that's what the video was about. Let's see. First thing I did was went to the door. They handed out. Pause it and I'll get that real quick. Alright, so what you got through the door was you got your own little Runefestian swag bag. And personally, I don't use swag bags much. The first thing I did was I deposited that in the coat checking room area. Well, just a little aside area. Got my number, and you shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that because it had the venue map. Now, this would have been useful. As it would have told you what was where, but I didn't really care. Things were not really laid out that well, and that was a point I made to some of the staffers, that they had no signage for anything. If you can see on the top here, the map, it says the Zanarif, just the Ferry VIP area, which they did not do any signage signifying that was a VIP area. So I was walking around the area, and of course I went to the VIP area. I went around, I bought a Coke up in there. They had no system in place at the first day to stop anyone from just entering it. They should have, put a little sign on the little fence that a white picket fence saying nothing. They should have said VIP area, and woohoo, this would have stopped so much reason why I thought VIP was not worth it for anyone. The VIP gaming area was also pathetic because the gaming pit was better. It had more machines, more people. Machines were never all at maximum capacity, so yeah, that should have VIP total sham. But yeah, you got to go in early. But like a whole go inside thing. I don't know, whatever. What else? Yeah, let's go by section, I guess. Well, actually, let's go over swag a little bit more. I never cared to do this, but I saw people doing the treasure trails. And again, you could exchange these for, if you completed them all, you could exchange them for swag tokens. Cooking ones, crafting ones, strength ones, and basically they're pogs. If you don't know what pogs are, use Google or whatever. If you don't know what they are, it's probably a generational thing, whatever. But anyway, they handed those out throughout areas. You could do that. But I didn't care to partake in gathering all the pogs. That wasn't my thing. But again, the part of the swag bag was the brochure, which is, there's typos in here, there's spelling errors, and there's grammar errors in here. It's just like in games, they don't check anything. But yeah, this listed what each area had. Food and drink area, they sell this and that. Costs too much money. General food in London costs too much damn money. But again, this just told you where and what are occurring. If I was going to do that again, I'd tell them to, I don't know, spell check and put all the major venue or the major minor venues, put them on the same card so you can just flip back and forth instead of on one card instead of two cards. Well, whatever, it's more swag. Also in the swag bag you got advertisements. Why not? They're apparently coming in June 2012 from Titan Books, Legacy of Blood. They're basically just advertising the third installment of the RuneScape books. Swag. Yeah, books. And again, there was the penguin hunt, which I didn't care to write down the clues because I'm not really a person to do ciphers. If anything wasn't hard, they have on here the classified penguins, and what those were was random JMods would be carrying around penguins, and they'd have little white piece of paper with a letter on them, and that's what. How would you know which one would be where or what? And those mods would be walking around them anywhere. That's why it's classified location. But you were lucky if one of the mods decided to go to the break room, which was on the fourth floor. I was talking with one of the JMods about the penguins, and he said, "Yeah, we got designated spotters so no one would steal any of the penguins, because you know the RuneScape community, they will steal anything that's not nailed down." In the marketplace, they had the chicken throwing. You try to go through the circle of, it's like dark throwing with rubber chickens. And I talked to the event runners for that, and they said, yeah, we had like 50 chickens when we started, and end of the second day, they said, like, yeah, we had like 6 left. I don't know, guys, why you'd be stealing chickens, but yeah, they really were flying out the door. They also were selling RuneScape swag and the gift shop. Yeah, they had a gift shop. Why not? They sold £90 cost headphones. Too much. Just to have a little emblazoned red Runefest logo on the sides. Too much. They also had professional photographers and you taking pictures. So we did that, and got one with Rodeo One and his son. So we did that. More swag. You also got, again, your little name tag. You could have wrote your name on it. But I put this in the deposit area the first day, so I never got to it. And let's see, got anything else in here? No, yeah, my wristband for regular weekend attendees. Yeah, these are not supposed to come apart, but they did not do a good job of pinning it down to remain latched. Go figure. And here's the crafting swag and the dungeoneering swag. Now, my one critique for dungeoneering was they played lightning sound effects and it's supposed to be underground. Don't do that. It did not make sense. It does not make sense. It will not make sense ever. And just one before I get the rest of dungeoneering, I'll show the rest of the swag off real quick. They also gave out these Runefestian swag pins, and that's actually a light, I'd say amberish, purplish color with should be really silver trim. Looks kind of off gold, but it's silver. You also got your Runefest pin swag, and then you get your redeem code for review. Put shit away in the closet. That's really all. Besides the Runefest hat item code that was in there. But back to dungeoneering. Yeah, they did not need any lightning sound effects. It was like a very off Halloween-esque feel I got off it. It wasn't right. And we had to do it in groups, 5 people, whatever amount. Let's see. Did it with 1 guy, 2 guy, 2 girls, and me. So yeah, it was 5 people. And you gotta make up a team name, and apparently they were scoring people for how well they did. It was blah. Basically, first room was solving a very easy, well, basic, put these pieces of wood together to form a solid cube. It's one of those wooden puzzles. And then there was 2 on. One was a simple one. Another one was bullshit hard, where you had to put a metal ball in the center and whatever. Second room was jigsaw puzzles. Basically, just run tape jigsaw puzzles. They were pretty beat up when I got to them, and that was the first day. So I don't know if that people were cheating when they were putting those puzzles together. I tell you. Third room was the agility thingamabob. Basically, third room was a little platform. It had 2 legs coming up in the center section there, and there were light buttons on each, like 3 on each leg. And every time one lit up, you're supposed to hit it, and you get a point. So, first person went. It was by himself. Second person went. There'd be 2 of us in there. What you're supposed to do is use teamwork and tell them hit low, because your peripheral vision there's places are far enough where you can't see both sides effectively. So your teammates just say hit low, hit low, hit low. It was pretty interesting and pretty fun, but until I started directing people to do that, they were just standing around like, oh, whatever. Let's see, the next room. The next room was one of those you hit the iron against the ring and it buzzes, and every person had to go woo with the key, and that was the room. Dungeoneering. Oh yeah, they had a little. I'll get to that. I'll get to a really good story later, a little bit later. And that last room was the RuneScape riddles. It's basically test your knowledge. What we had to do was they had a guy act out as an old sage, and he would ask you if you've done the Clue Scrolls, you would understand how they format things. Like, I give out bread and things like that. Who am I? The sandwich lady. Whoa. And you know me, I know a lot about the game, and I just shouted out the answers to him, and like, we answered 3 questions, and he got pissed off at me at our team. He's like, "You haven't." He had a little hourglass. He's like, "You haven't even given me a chance to turn the damn thing over." And like we had J-Mod with us, walking with us to score us, and we asked him, do we have time to get more questions in, because these were too easy. It's like, do you have anything harder? Like, yeah, we'll have this, and so that was fun. Now, during the second day, I heard a story that apparently I'll have to set this up. Right outside of the Dungeoneering room, they had the mat for the org wrestling. And 2 people decided to be smartasses, or really jackasses. And one guy was standing on the mat, the other guy was running, decided to charge at him, and the charge connected, and he rammed him through the wall into Dungeoneering. So I would have paid money, a lot of money, to be in the room and see someone in Dungeoneering say, who came through the wall? Who, just to see him freak out. Like, is this part of the game? Because they had the rules of like, you cannot use any combat skills. Throw that in there. Like, you can't. This is not a combat based mini game. So that was that. Again, really the best part was that story. But there was also pumpkin carving. I did not expect to be carving pumpkins at Runefest or at London, and we did that. So that was interesting. They also had a little guy who, for the crafting swag here, that we made little leather armbands, and I have no idea where mine wandered off to. But yeah, another part of Jagex poor planning. He did not have enough material to give every single one in attendance the chance to make it. He started giving out people's schedules, like, you were here, my 2 o'clock appointment, and things like that. So yeah, I got one of the people that got the last possible slots at like 3 p.m. or whatever. So that was that. The mini seminar room was very, very hot. Not help I was wearing monk robes, but small area, a lot of people, not good. So I was on the session that talked about quests and how the making of a story, and that I attended all the making of a creature for the Dominion Tower. And that guy had mad skill for drawing things, but he totally ignored our suggestion for horns. Jackass. But, whatever. He admitted to his mistake the second day of the, whatever. He also did 3 claws instead of 2. And, attention to detail, people. Crazy. Yeah, but seeing them design a creature in an hour, he's clearly one of the best guys I had on the team. So that was interesting. Just to see everyone that was in attendance there, and it was pretty different, saying everyone was about the same height. That got to me. No one was really taller or shorter than anyone, and this was quite evident when everyone, they had the second day, everyone swarming close together, and we'll do the RuneScape anniversary picture, and everyone stood up and ran over there. Well, sauntered. They didn't really. They were too organized, but they be honest, everyone is the same height playing RuneScape. So my idea of having the ability to have taller or shorter characters was blown out of the water because everyone's the same height. They did have 1 or 2 dwarfs. That's fine, I gotta pay the short people. But one thing that annoyed me was the some of the entertainers they paid did not know what the hell RuneScape was. They called Rodeo Win. They asked him, "Are you Gandalf the Great?" No, no, wrong venue. But they can't all be winners. We had one of the girls. I guess she was part of the musician group or something, and she was trying too hard to play off the dwarves. It didn't really work out. What else can I talk about or complain about? Yeah, VIP area. Total disappointment. Though I swear they just bought all these little chair mushrooms and things just to bring back the office at the end of the event. So if you bought VIP, I really do feel sad for you because you probably didn't get your extra money's worth. Yeah, seating priority wasn't really. It's front row, book-de-doo. Plus, they don't toss much swag up front. You have to be in the back to get swag. Overall, I had a pretty good time. Really wish the swag cost a little bit less, but it's swag. Swag costs money. And yes, swag is a pretty cool word in general. But I have to deal with all the swag and got to bring all that home. To be honest, I didn't really buy too much tourist crap. I did buy a stone turtle. Don't ask. It worked out. Beyond that, yeah. Gotta see everyone. See a lot of strange people. Really strange people, but it's our community. I guess I talk about just the J mods. Again, people think they're gods among men, but they aren't. They're just normal people doing the job. Yes, they were not paid to actually show up to the event. They were just given free coach and room to show up in London. So yeah, again, people should be thankful that they cared to show, which really speaks volumes. You know, they're willing to be hassled by players for 2 days. Nah. Though to be honest, it would have been really easy to sneak off. If I was a GM, I would have probably snuck off somewhere. But you know, they were very, very much approachable. Some of them were I'll be upfront, they were bored. They were waiting for people to talk to them, but no one was willing to go up to them and talk. So they were just bored. One GM threw a paper ball at me because I was being mean. Because I told him that Funarp's dead, and Jagex don't do what they say they will. So he threw something at me, man. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. But yeah, they were very much approachable. They were more than willing to talk to you. If anyone said that you were standoffish, what world were you living in? But you know, normal people doing their job. You know, only complaint I overall have is they had no signage for nothing. The map, I don't give a damn. The map, you should have signage. You shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any confusion when women are walking into the men's bathroom. You've done something wrong. But again, overall, pretty fun venue, pretty fun event. Only complaint really is overuse the fog effect. Really overuse. You guys are smothering us. I guess that was some summation. The last thing it really did at Runefest was the balloon drop, which was a colossal failure in all venues. But it's pretty interesting how they try to sort it out. If you don't know, I didn't watch any of the videos. The balloon drop was, I was on the second floor with Rodeo Win because he didn't pick up all his swag that he won. He won the costume contest for the second day. So he inadvertently forgot his swag bag, which weighed like 20 pounds. But yeah, so we walked up the second floor. They were trying to clear everyone out. Say, get out. Like they didn't get us out. They couldn't move me anyway. So they were pulling the string to release the balloons. And in typical planning fashion, it stops halfway, and one balloon bag. Well, there's three. Don't question it. There was three of them. Two on one side, and one went halfway, didn't release all the balloons. So the dude that was dressed up as why are you spacing out, Brian? The guy that was dressed as the guy that Nomad, he got his spear up there. He's just trying to jab it, and someone with a scythe was up there trying to grab the balloon and finally pull down the bag. And people were giving party hats and things like that. The one thing I had a problem with was there was orange party hats. Come on now, you couldn't get the game right. You couldn't match the colors. But yeah, since Rodeo One had some problems with mobility, the staffers brought him three. There was three balloon colors: red, black, and white, I think. And they brought him those. He didn't get any party hat though. No swag. He got him a flag. But yeah, he popped those. Infinitely, you can't pop them when you try to slam a staff down. It doesn't work as well. But he did that. And then we left the venue. It's one thing that I think this Runefest was missing was something to gather around, like something that held the day. First Runefest, it was the cabbage. And to be honest, I think I did find out what the item was for this year. That was Rodeo One's staff. If I had to pick an item of what represented Runefest, it would have been his staff. All the staffers wanted it, and he did end up donating it to Jagex along with his costume. And I still haven't seen his video if he made one detailing his escapades, but I've talked to him about it. And everything like that, and, to be honest, I think he ended up being the cabbage of Runefest. He ended up being the focal point for it. Not everyone, I'm sure, sees it that way, but in my opinion, that's how it ended up breaking down. Well, I think this video's gone on way too long. I'll be pissed off at it as it does not process. Again, I'll start making videos again, blah. If you have ever watched my channel over the years, I've been making videos. I do not make videos in the fall. I'm just too lazy during the fall. But I'll start making more in the coming weeks, months, years, eventually. Yeah.